Oh, there you go. Nice. All right. Hey guys, it's Maya from the social media team back again with Chef Joe Brown.
Hey, Bethany family.
Yeah, so you guys loved him the last time we were here. We made so much what was it called?
We did the cauliflower flatbread
That was really good.
with the arugula salad on it. What else?
And the street tacos.
Street tacos, that's right.
Really good. So I know I'm excited for the things we're going to make here today. All in celebration of Mother's Day. So guys, kids, take notes of what we're doing so that when Mother's Day comes on Sunday, you can treat your mom to a nice dinner. So
Absolutely.
without further ado, let's get cooking, okay?
Hey, Bethany family. Chef Joe. Good to see everybody. I hope everybody is well. A couple things that we're going to do today. I hope you can keep up because it's going to go pretty fast and there's a lot of different components to this. The first dish that we're going to do, I'm going to give you the menu first. So we're going to do a seared chicken thigh that's been lightly seasoned with curry, garlic. I'm going to have some onions and mushrooms in there. I'm going to put some white wine in there. It's going to be a pan roasted chicken thigh. We're going to serve that with, also we're going to do salmon. We're going to do a ginger teriyaki glazed salmon. I'm going to show you how to break down a salmon fillet that has skin on it. And then we're also going to do our sides. Our sides are going to be broccoli rabe with cannellini beans, garlic and extra virgin olive oil. We're also going to do a quinoa. A lot of you have been asking me about quinoa, how to make it. A lot of people are scared to make it because they're not sure. It's very easy to make. We have a bunch of different components in it. I think you're going to enjoy. All right, so sit back, keep up with me, and enjoy. So the first thing I want to show you is we're going to break down a salmon. I have a fillet of salmon here. This is Atlantic salmon. Everybody sees? And if you notice the color of it, all right? You always want to look for salmon that has a nice pink color to it, all right? Now, a lot of the stores will sell you whole salmon like this with the skin on it. Very easy to take the skin off. You can save yourself a couple of pennies if you buy it like this and portion it down after you take the skin off. So watch this. Very easy. All right? First thing you want to do is take the belly out of it. This piece right here is a little more towards the sour side. We don't really like to eat too much of that. All right? So you see, I put a little slit right here with my knife. Now you probably think that you need somebody that's expert with a knife to cut the skin off this. Watch how easy this is. You take a towel, you grab the skin, take the back of your hand, and just rub. Grab the skin. See how it's coming off? It's that easy. So now we have a skinless piece of salmon. All right? So that's if you buy it whole in the store. Now you want to portion it down. So we're going to go with probably about a 6-ounce portion. All right? That's simple. Easy, right? Of course. So what we want to do, we're going to portion some up on the plate, put it on the plate here. All right, now, we're going to now take our chicken and we're going to season our chicken because that's what we want to sear the first because it's going to take the longest. All right. I always like to put gloves on when dealing with chicken, obviously, because you don't want any type of cross-contamination. All right, so to season the chicken, a little black pepper, salt, curry. All right. You want to season on the other side. salt. You can be a little aggressive with the seasoning because dark meat has a tendency to take the seasoning a lot better than white meat. All right, so it takes a little bit while to get up in there. Now, typically, I would do this the day before, or at least 6 hours earlier. That way, the osmosis starts to set in. Osmosis is when the salt and the seasoning gets a chance to sit on the chicken and get inside to the bone. All right, so it helps it season the inside of that meat. All right, so we got that. We have some oil. This pan is hot. So the pan is hot. Now you want to sear the chicken breast skin side down. Make sure your pan is nice and hot, not too hot, because you don't want smoke to start smoking up your kitchen. All right. As we're working on that, we're going to sear our our salmon. You want to keep the salmon very easily seasoned. You don't want to go over. Okay? Little bit of pepper. Little bit of salt. All right? Little bit of pepper. Little bit of salt. So we're actually doing 2 proteins at one time, y'all. And what you want to do is sear it. I like to sear salmon. You can also grill this, all right? But I like to sear salmon because it sears in the juices to keep that salmon nice and moist inside, all right? So what we want to do, pan's nice and hot already. The side that doesn't have the skin should be up, all right? Notice the chicken is starting to brown. What we want to do is get that skin nice and crispy. All right? Nothing better than a nice crispy thigh. All right? And the thing about dark meat, it has a tendency to take the heat a lot better, and you can stew it and let it sit in that oven and roast in the pan real nice. I like dark meat better than white meat because it has a lot more sweetness to it. You'll enjoy it. Notice how the chicken is getting brown, skin. We want to keep that crispy. Notice the salmon. This is a non-stick pan. Turn it over. All right. At that stage, you want to put garlic in with your chicken. And if you guys need recipes, you can drop me an email just like before, and I'll send them to you. Onions, mushrooms, let that roast for a little bit. Wash our salmon. Notice I'm using the back of the spatula to get the salmon up so it doesn't stick and you can get under it good. Nice color on it, right? Beautiful. I have some white wine here for the chicken. I'm going to go in the oven at this stage. All right, same thing with our salmon. At this stage, the salmon is looking good, okay? So now we're going to put it in the oven for a little while, let it roast up, and then I'm going to make the sauce for you. need about 8 minutes on that salmon. All right, so the sauce is gonna go pretty fast. So this is the sauce for the salmon. Very easy. You got fresh ginger. If you want to use dry ginger, you can do that too. I have Dijon mustard. Teriyaki sauce. And honey. You're just going to whisk that together. Let it come up to a boil. That's going to be your glaze, all right? It's going to go right over top of that salmon. In about another minute or two, I'm going to pour it over top of the salmon, and it's going to make a nice, beautiful glaze for that salmon. It's going to really, really have a nice Asian flair to it. The salmon's going to be nice and moist, all right? See how it's coming together? It's starting to thicken up a little bit. Very simple. Remember I told you, these dishes are simple, and they're light. These dishes are very light, so your family should enjoy them. You want to keep mom healthy, right? All right. So while we're doing that, letting that sauce sit there, we're now going to do our quinoa. So if any of you ever had quinoa before, it's very easy to do. This is quinoa. You've probably seen it in the store. It's like little beads, all right? It's very, very healthy, all right? Anybody that has gluten issues, this is one way to go about it. Whenever you cook quinoa, it's always 2-to-1, water to quinoa, all right? So that means 2 cups of water to 1 cup of quinoa, 2-to-1, all right? I have hot water here that I'm starting to boil. I'm going to put quinoa in. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in there. Just a little bit. Keeps it from sticking together. Our water's up to a boil. Some people like to put a little salt in there. I like to season my quinoa after it's done. It takes on the flavor a little bit better. Quinoa goes in. You're going to bring it up to a boil for about 15 minutes. Then we're going to cover it and let it cook for 5 minutes. And then leave it covered and turn it off. It's going to absorb all that that's in there. Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
The key to quinoa is all the other ingredients that you put in. So what we're going to do with this quinoa is we're actually going to take bacon and we're going to render down bacon. All right? We're going to make bacon nice and crispy. And we're going to add onions to it. All right?
That sounds good.
And then when the quinoa is done, we're going to fold the quinoa with the bacon, the onions. We're going to put honey, edamame beans, curry, ginger, and it's going to have this beautiful, fragrant flavor. I actually just made it for a Bishop and Pastor Nate last night. All right? So if you see it come up to a boil, you turn down just a little bit of the simmer. See how it's cooking up? Don't be afraid. Next thing we want to do is render down our bacon. I just have regular bacon here. Nothing spectacular. So you want to cook this bacon until it gets nice and brown and crispy. All right? And the idea is to get that smokiness out of there. A lot of times I will take the bacon, instead of using pork bacon, you can use turkey bacon. All right? So don't be afraid to mix in whatever you want in there.
So right now, this is pork bacon, right?
This is pork bacon right now. quinoa. Let's go back and check our salmon. So our salmon is just about done. See how fast that was? All right. Now what we want to do, we're going to take that glaze right over top of it. See that? And if we had smell-o-vision, you could smell it.
I can smell it.
It's got like this beautiful fragrant smell. All right. So at this stage, we're going to let that sit. So I'm going to get your sides together. The chicken thighs are still cooking in the oven. Chicken thighs need a good 20 minutes to a half hour. You want them to cook all the way through to 165 degrees at the bone. All right. It's going to get nice and brown and crispy, and you're going to see the color come out into your sauce. All right. Our bacon is starting to brown. You don't want the bacon fat. All right. You don't want to use the bacon fat in your quinoa. So we're going to take the bacon out or pour the bacon fat off. But you're still going to have that smoky flavor and a little bit of crunchiness in there. Don't be afraid to try different things with quinoa. Quinoa takes on any flavor you put in it. The key is just cooking it the right way. If your quinoa doesn't seem like it's not cooking up enough, all right, just add a little more stock. You want to make sure that it's tender.
We have a question.
Yep.
Kevin wants to know what temperature do you have the salmon and the chicken on the oven?
Say it again. Oh,
What?
350.
350.
350. So our bacon is done. We're going to use some of this fat. And I'm going to saute my onions. Just want to sweat the onions down just a little bit. All right? Very simple. As the onions are sweating, I have more ginger. Okay? A little ginger in there. A little curry. Again, you want to be able to smell it. It has to look good, smell good, and taste good. Right in that order. That's one of the reasons why the eyes fall above the nose and the nose falls above the mouth. So that you can see something first, smell it second, and taste it third. Alright? It needs to be like that. So if you're a home cook, home chef, anywhere, always remember, eye appeal first, smell it. And you know, if you smell something that's bad, you probably don't want to eat it. If you look at something that looks bad, you probably don't want to eat it. Alright? So we got our onions right to where they're translucent. Alright? Our quinoa is cooking. Alright? We'll let that finish up. I have water here for broccoli rabe. Tell you something about broccoli rabe. A lot of people don't like to eat broccoli rabe because it's bitter. Everybody everybody stays away from broccoli rabe because it's bitter. All right. The trick to make it so it's not bitter is to blanch it off first. All right. So a lot of people, they think they take broccoli rabe and cook it like you cook broccoli in a pan, something like that. You have to blanch broccoli rabe first, all right, and then saute. So if you've had a pork sandwich and had broccoli rabe in it, they cook that broccoli rabe in garlic and oil after they blanched it. So what we're going to do is boil water, drop the broccoli rabe in for about 3 or 4 minutes until it gets just a little bit tender, starts to turn color. We're going to strain it off. We're going to put it in an ice bath to cool it down, slow down the cooking. Our quinoa's coming along nice. I'm going to show you how it starts to absorb the water, but it's not done yet. See all the water in there? Let it cook. Let's check our chicken. Chicken is just about done. See the colors coming up on it? That's a beautiful piece. All right, so our water is boiling for our broccoli rabe. I'm going to drop it in. Let it boil just a little bit. Now, a couple variations of that is that you can take either pork sausage or turkey sausage, hot or mild, saute it up first, cut it down and saute it up, then add your garlic, add broccoli rabe, and cannellini beans to that. All right? A lot of people like to add a protein to this, but I like it just like this. Quinoa just about done. Still a little bit crunchy, so we'll give it a little bit longer. Let it sit here. I turn the flame off. So there's no flame under that right now. It's going to keep cooking. All right, so you want that to keep working. Now broccoli rabe, if you cook it too long, it becomes very mushy. All right, so we don't want that. Just want to blanch it. And I know a lot of people who will not eat broccoli rabe because they've had it one time and it was just so bitter they could never go back to it again. But trust me, it's all about how you cook it. That's done. See how it is right there? It's still just a little bit crunchy, all right? And yes, you can eat these stems. A lot of times throughout the summer, broccoli rabe will have a bigger flower on it. It's a little bit more bigger piece of broccoli rabe, so you don't have as many stems. You have to cut the stems off about an inch off of the end, because that real small part is too tough. Strainer fan, strain it off. I just have to have this set up for you guys. I'm just going to go with the ice water, cool it down. Cool it down to keep its color. This is broccoli rabe. You've probably seen it in the supermarket. All right? So when you get it, you want to cut off about that much. This is going to be really tough. All right? You'll have these flowers. As you get more into the season of broccoli rabe, these flowers will be a lot bigger. Just want you guys to see it. All right? You just take the twisty off, clean it. Make sure you wash it first.
So you said putting it in ice helps it keep its color?
Sorry.
You said putting it in the ice water helps it keep its color?
Yep. Keep it in the color so we'll cool it off real fast so that the color stays in it. All right. If you take it right out of here and go right to the pan, it's going to keep cooking too fast. You don't want that to happen. All right. Take it out of the ice water, put the spoon down. See how it keeps nice and bright green? So this right here is the best. I'm going to show you our quinoa again. So see how it's getting tender? Right there. All right? Now, for our broccoli raw, I have olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. All right? In the pan, you can go generous with the olive oil, but that broccoli raw is going to suck up all that oil. I like a lot of garlic in my broccoli raw. If you were doing sausage in this, your sausage would go in here now, you would brown it up, then add your broccoli raw, and whatever other components you want to add to this. Make sure your oil is nice and hot. We're going to fry the garlic until it's blonde, meaning it's just going to turn color. Don't burn it. If you burn garlic, it's better off starting all over because your food's going to taste like burnt garlic. What I mean about turning garlic blonde. Alright, my oil wasn't piping hot, it was just hot enough to make that garlic start popping like popcorn. It starts to turn like a blondish color. At this stage, you want to put your broccoli raw in it. I have some cannellini beans here. Great source of protein. Basically, it's a white kidney bean. If you don't like beans, you don't have to use beans. Salt, pepper, and you can be a little more aggressive when you're adding your salt and pepper because broccoli raw can handle it. Probably thinking, how's that chicken doing? That chicken's just about done. So let that stew for just a little bit. Let that garlic and oil get all up in that broccoli raw. We'll have this beautiful flavor. All right?
We have a question from Robin.
What's that?
Is it best to use fresh ginger?
Always.
Does it matter?
Always. You can use dry if you don't have fresh, but fresh ginger just has so much more bouquet of a flavor and smell to it. All right? So now, here's our quinoa. Now, at this stage, this is when people say, oh, I don't like quinoa because it has a very earthy smell and taste to it. All right? What you want to do is you want to add a flavor profile to that. So like we did earlier, we had the onions, we had the bacon, and I have edamame peas. If you've never had edamame peas, it's just soy. All right? Soy in there. I didn't put any salt or pepper in here yet because the bacon has salt in it. And lastly, a little bit of honey. little ginger, and a little bit of curry. If you like to add cumin to it, you can do that too. Let's see. Look, that's salt. Oh, that's nice. What up, Rocky Rob? Oh, man. Deliciosas. Plate it up. We're going to plate everything family style for you guys. If you were at home and mama's sitting there, you want to sit everything on the table. I have some Parmesan Reggiano here, cheese. I like the shade on top of it. That's your Rocky Rob. Very healthy dish. That's your quinoa. And your chicken's covered. We're going to bring our salmon back up. How you like it so far?
People are loving it. They're very hungry.
I
They
know.
can smell it through their screens.
You need smell-o-vision. Here's our salmon. See the color that came out on that chicken? That's exactly what you want. You already got a nice little gravy there. Spoon that right over top. And there's your roast chicken thighs.
Wow.
I did that all in about 10 minutes. So you have a pan roasted chicken thigh with mushrooms and onions. It's lightly seasoned with curry, salt and pepper, and garlic. We have a ginger glazed, teriyaki glazed salmon fillet that I showed you how to fillet down earlier. broccoli rabe with cannellini beans, garlic and extra virgin olive oil, and some Parmigiano Reggiano cheese over top. And then we have quinoa. It has bacon, edamame beans in it. We made all that in less than an hour.
Yeah, 35 minutes to be exact.
Woo! You know I do this for a living, right? I hope everybody will enjoy your Thanksgiving. There's some healthy little things that you can learn from this. If there's any questions you have about anything, if you don't have my email, you call the church. They'll direct you to my voicemail, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right? Everybody stay safe. Be happy. I don't have my mask on today because I'm so hot, but I guarantee you when you guys get back in church, I will have a mask on.
We have a question.
Yes.
So some people are wondering about making orders for Mother's Day. Can they do that? Or?
Potentially, depends on what it is and if I can get it. There is a food shortage right now, so supplies are very hard to get. Drop me an email. If I can do it for you, I sure will get right back to you.
All right, so your email is jbrown@2generations Inc. No. I just left it in the comments for you guys. To send an email and see if we can get some Mother's Day meals for you. Any other last questions for Chef? I think everyone's just ready to eat now.
Well, Maya's getting ready to eat, so she's going to be my tester. So if y'all want to see her eat it on camera, she's going to get it. Get her fork. I'm here with Chef T. Chef T is going to serve her up. She wants everything.
A little bit of everything.
The one thing about chicken thighs, you can actually get chicken thighs with or without the bone in them. I like the bone in them because it helps the chicken not shrink down too much. So if you guys want to get chicken thighs, do that. Give yourself time to cook chicken thighs. It is dark meat, which takes a little bit longer to cook, but you want to make sure that it's done all the way. 165. Salmon, you only need about 8 minutes on. You don't want to overcook salmon because it has a tendency to dry out if you overcook it. You can grill that salmon to make that same sauce if you don't want to sear it. She's getting a full lunch here. You got to see that, right?
It smells so good, guys. All right, here we go. You have your fork for Jeff.
Give her that. Put it on the table.
Huh?
Any questions? Anybody got any questions? Please do not hesitate to ask me. I'll be happy to answer them for you.
Salmon first. Wow.
A lot of flavor, right?
Really good.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm going to take another bite. Salmon.
And that chicken is going to be tender because you gave it a lot of love and time. All right. I always try to teach people who are cooking either for the first time or do it for a living, or if you're cooking at home, always have the attitude of be happy when you're cooking. All right. When you're in the kitchen, be happy, and the results will show up in your food. If you have a tendency to go in the kitchen, you're angry because you got to cook dinner tonight. The food's going to show that. My food, I cook, because I'm passionate about it, and I put my heart into it. So hopefully, you'll do the same thing.
That's good.
Quinoa.
I like the flavor the bacon brings out too.
Yep. A little healthy. I know Pastor Nick will be happy. Some gluten-free food.
Gluten-free.
And broccoli rabe, although you would think it has like this crazy bitterness to it.
Yeah. Really good.
Yep. And a little bit of cheese gives it a little bit of twang to it. The garlic just jumps out at you.
Eating good today.
I've been very fortunate to be able to cook for going on 40-something years. So I've learned from a lot of people, and I'm still learning every day. And I enjoy what I do, especially for my Bethany family.
Yeah.
The next cooking demo, I'll show you guys how to break down certain products so that you can store them in your freezer. As we get into this crazy time, I can show you how to save money. Just as I showed you with the salmon, I took the salmon, took the skin off it. Don't go in the store and buy salmon without the skin because it costs you more money. Buy a whole salmon, take the skin off just like I did, and save yourself money. Chicken cook? It's only chicken though.
So good, Chef.
She's getting all choked up. She might cry on me.
It might.
What are they saying there, T?
Huh?
She got a bunch of messages on
Let's see. I'm gonna put the camera back on you, Chef.
it. Uh-oh.
So they're excited for the next demonstration. This is great. Let's see. It's time to eat. Lisa wants a plate sent over to Delaware. Trying to see if I have any questions. Sorry, Ty. She said no fair.
I will see you guys soon. Trust me.
Yeah. Do you guys have any last questions for Chef before we go? Make sure you give you the opportunity to ask while he's here. Okay, so Lisa wants to know, after COVID, can you do a live class?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be happy to do live classes. Eventually me and Bishop did talk about doing a school here, a culinary school. We're still in the process of trying to work out the particulars for it, so please look out for it. I'll be happy to, we'll have a small class and you guys come out and I'll teach you whatever I can teach you.
She wants to know, for Mother's Day, is there a menu that might be available?
You tell me what you want, I can make it.
So make sure you send him an email, okay?
But you got to get that email in today. Give me an idea of how many people you want me to cook for. I'll give you parameters of what time you need to pick it up. And provided that I can get the things that you want. I mean, there's a ton of things that we do, from crab cakes to jambalaya, fried chicken, collard greens, macaroni and cheese. We do it all. There's nothing that I cannot cook.
So Doris, we're going to keep this video up, but for the recipe, make sure to email Chef so he can give you the more specifics of everything that we did here today. Everyone just keep on saying it looks delicious.
All right, y'all, be safe. Stay in faith. This is almost over. I think, Bishop always says, faith is what we have. So go with it. All right. We're here.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm behind the screen, but I'm about to go finish my lunch for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks again, Chef, and Chef team. We appreciate you guys as always.
Absolutely.
All right.
See you, everybody.